Okay, so after I wash my face with my all-purpose gentle wash, my face is now dry. So I'm going to go in with my Acne on the spot by Neutrogena 2.5 benzoyl peroxide. And I'm going to apply this to my affected areas. I don't use a lot. I use quite a little amount. And I just pretty much focus it on where my breakouts are and kind of spread it out from there. So I know that my cheeks are in this area is where I tend to break out. So I will just take it and spread it where it's needed in that area. I'm going to do it on the other side. And I'm only using a little. I'm not using a whole lot. A little goes a long way. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply one here because you can see I have a pimple coming in right here. So I'm just going to apply it there. And then I can take whatever remains on my finger and apply it to the other two spots that seem to be trying to break out. Okay, so now that is applied to my face, I'm going to wait about 5 minutes or so to let it kind of sink into the skin and dry. And then alright, so now that my moisturizer, now that my face, my acne spots have been treated with my 2.5% benzoyl peroxide and I have moisturized my face, I'm going to go ahead now and start to show you guys how I conceal my scars and acne marks, okay? So I use, and before I get this done, this is my way of concealing my acne marks. Some people may do it differently, to each his own, but this is how I conceal my acne marks. This is what works for me, okay? So the first thing first, I take my True Match concealer and I just go in and conceal all the little areas that need to be concealed. So all my redness, I don't put on too much because this stuff spreads pretty easily. So along the side of my nose and under my eye. Okay. And then I just take my finger and I pat it once again into the skin. As you guys will see me do a lot, I pat in around these areas. I don't rub because they're sensitive. But on my cheek area, I pat. And I go with a concealer that is the same color as my skin tone. I just find it easier to conceal your dark spots or your redness, in my case, if your concealer is the same shade as your skin, which to me would be common sense, but I don't know. Some people, or you can either go darker, I believe, but personally, me, I like to go at least the same shade as my skin. And once again, I just go through and I pat this out. And as you can see, it already starts to conceal. Sometimes I take it over my eye because my eyes are starting to get a little dark. I don't know why, but whatever. So I just pat it over all my area like so. And I don't know if you guys should already be able to tell, but it's already an improvement from before to now. It's concealed, okay? So that's it. That's what I do when it comes to that, all right? So now, just for like an extra cover up, I go in with my Revlon Nearly Naked in Toast, and to me, less is more. I don't like to wear a bunch of makeup, but because I suffer from these acne scars, I do use makeup to help me conceal them. So I just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, okay? Well, that's a little more than a little bit, but, and I swear I'm not flicking you guys off, but I take that, and I just go over my foundation, over the concealer with it, and I tap it on over the concealer. So it just gives me that extra coverage that is needed, okay? Take a little bit at a time. And okay, and this is where I start to blend it out. I do the same thing on the opposite side. And once again, you know, I use my foundation is the same color as my skin, but I just tap it into the area. And then I take the rest and I just bring it down my neck. I'm not really too concerned about, well, I just want to make sure that everything looks blended. So now I just take the rest and I bring it down the neck. But the main thing I'm concerned about is my cheeks being concealed. So as you can see, my acne scarring is a lot less than what you would see. Okay, so now to kind of like to set that, I go in with my True Match powder and my e.l.f. brush. And the way I do this is I just put some on the brush and I go in an outward circle. So I go dab, 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 and I bring it all the way in. And this is just going to set the foundation, okay? Alright, sorry, my camera got full. But anyways, so I just take the brush and I do an outward circle. And then I bring it all the way in and I just pat. So where I put all that foundation at, I take a little bit of powder and I pat it into my face. And then I take some more and I run it down my neck just to make sure that everything is even. And then to kind of even out everything, my forehead, as you guys can see, I don't really put anything on it because my forehead doesn't really break out. So there's no need for a lot of coverage. So I just take my powder and I just go above, go on my forehead, and I just conceal all that in. So yeah, and that is how I conceal my acne marks. So if you guys can see, it's still there, but they're less noticeable. So I'm gonna go ahead and complete my look and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. I just threw on some really like effortless makeup today. I mean, some effortless like eyes and eyebrows. Didn't do too much, but this is the final look of how I conceal my acne spots. You can still see them, you know, that's just acne. It's not going to go away. You're going to still see the scarring and everything of that nature, but it's not as much as it was before. It's very minimal, and that's fine with me. So this is how I conceal my acne spots. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.